This week, Leah and I had to leave to do a contract with Royal Caribbean on board the Brilliance of the Seas. So we flew from Florida to meet the ship, and then Ray joined us for this particular cruise.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
This will be Leah's first time with us in quite a while, but she's an amazing performer. She's an outstanding singer, so it's nice to have her back.
Hello, my name is Leah Stewart. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, currently residing in Los Angeles, California. One thing that I do enjoy is everyone can hold their own. Everyone is talented. There's no competition for who's the best, so I think.
Sometimes had to put on my patient pants because Leah likes to talk more than I do to everybody. And, you know, I'm a little more less talkative.
Working with Leah on stage is an absolute joy. She has a lot of energy on stage. She will sing her face off, whether it be at 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night. Like, it's baffling to me how well and how consistently well and how consistently high that she can sing. Like, it's stupid. Leah and Ray probably have worked together the least amount out of the different combinations that are possible. So, you know, there was a little bit more rehearsal that was needed in order to make sure that everyone was on the same page as far as who sings what solo, who sings the high part, who sings the low part. But lucky for me, they're complete professionals and we got it done pretty quickly.
So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we now please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the absolutely sensational talent of Marcus Terell and The Serenades!
I think my favorite song in the show is Temptations, man. It's just something about them guys, man. Their moves and the way the music was at that time. Even though as a serenade, we're not doing anything like totally dramatic, but when we do Papa Was a Rolling Stone, oh.
When we got on stage, our second audience for the night, I mean, like, they had so much energy from the start that it was incredible. They're cheering, they're screaming, they're clapping. There was a moment when we finished our Motown medley where we pretty much got a standing ovation in the middle of the show because they just wouldn't stop cheering, they wouldn't stop clapping, and it was awesome.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
Man, the crowd was off the chain. When I tell you, people were just spontaneously getting up and dancing, and you know, the show is set and we had to kind of elongate songs because people want to get up and dance and sing a little bit extra.
So today we had a little meeting at the coffee shop with Ray and I
was expressing to him that my sister and myself would like to do our own show. Not to negate what he's doing or to take away from what he's doing, because I'm very proud of what he's doing. I'm very proud to being a part of his growth and seeing him grow. But I personally am in a position where I need to grow, both professionally, musically, and financially. So I need to either get our show off the ground, which does not mean we cannot still do your show. I need your help production-wise and getting it done.
You know, they're sisters and their idea is to do a show called Sibling Rivalry, to where they kind of have like a tongue-in-cheek battle on stage or whatever between the two of them for their show.
Not necessarily asking for a favor. I'm aware that compensation may have to take place. But it needs to happen like sooner than later, and I feel like it would be furthered along if I had some other creative mind to work with. Just mull it over, consider it, because I think you know it would be a good show.
Long story short, Ray approached me to basically ask me if I would be willing to assist her and Alicia in putting a show together. to essentially leave me and work without me. Obviously, that's a conflict of interest.
I know that he loves us and he wants to see us all succeed and grow and do different things. So I'm sure I put him in a bit of a tough spot. And I know there are certain other circumstances and clouds and brewing that made my timing really bad for this conversation. But I don't know, I felt like it was a good time to have it.
Just being frank, I think I lost interest, and not to say that this is my answer right now, but I think I lost interest, like when you guys had the conversation with me in the car or whatever about where you saw the show, song ideas, so on and so forth, and then it gets to song number 3, and you guys are like, oh, that's all we got. And it's like, what, that wouldn't appeal to any investor. And then also it's like with me, like I know that I'm putting together our second show for the group right now, and so I need that to be my main focus as well. So then it's also just a timeline and timing thing. You have been saying for 3 years that you want your own show, yet you've only come up with 3 songs that you want to sing. That to me says you don't really want it. That to me says you're not really ready for it.
That's all. Think about it. And whatever your answer is, I still love you.
I still love you.
I know. What made me want to ask Marcus for assistance is not that we're not capable of doing it ourselves. I know that because he has the knowledge, he's been there, done that, doing it, that it's stupid not to use your resources. And then just, I value his professionalism. I value his input. And I know that 100% of nothing is nothing. So why not get that money, honey? Let's do it.
I don't know, it's just an interesting balancing game when you have a working relationship with people that you actually love and care about and have a friendship and a history with, and we'll see what happens.
Rolling, rolling.